Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. I'm Emmanuel, I'm an airline pilot and a PMDG beta tester. A couple of new updates have just been released for your PMDG fleet of aircraft, including the 777, the 737 and also the DC-6. And finally, there's also some good news for everyone waiting for the 777 on Marketplace on both PC and Xbox. But let's start in sequence, and we're going to start with the 777. So this update cycle is again focused on stability and performance improvements based upon some of the usage information PMDG is getting from customers in the feedback process. They're anticipating to continue to work on these issues for a while, as they aren't yet convinced they have squashed all potential problems unveiled with Sim Update 15's release. For the time being, they anticipate pushing weekly updates for the 777-300ER, as they are working through various buglets, bugs and features to expand your 777 user experience. But let's now get straight to the first and probably most anticipated change that has been provided with this update, and that is going to be the IRAC cycle. So the PMDG 777 is the first aircraft that can actually update the IRAC straight out of the aircraft. Now, we can do this in the Universal Flight Tablet if we have a look down here at the EFB, and then we go down here to this icon down here, and that's Navigation Data Update. Now, over here, we can update our IRAC through the Navigraph subscription. And you might be asking, well, so why is this such a big thing? Well, it is because it is going to work on Xbox and on the Marketplace version as well. So through this feature, you will be able to update your nav data if you have a Navigraph subscription also on Xbox. And this is a really cool thing, seeing this making progress. Now, let's have a look at what Robert has to say about that, and I quote, "Included in this new build are a couple of items that we wanted to get finished in order to ease the Navigraph nav data update process for PC users as well as for Xbox customers. You can now update your nav data provided you have a Navigraph subscription via the Universal Flight Tablet. This will make things seamless right from within the flight deck of your 777. They have also added QR codes on a page within the flight tablet that will take you directly to the documentation for the 777. We chose this route in order to highlight the ongoing growth of the 777 documentation online, where it is accessible on both PC and Xbox users equally, with the added benefit that you can open it on your phone or tablet to have nearby while you fly, and it also allows Xbox users to have access to the documentation simply, since the Xbox doesn't allow you to go plumbing around the directory structure. One other significant fix in this build is that we have fixed a problem in the tablet that was causing a collision with the Windows long file name limitation that was hampering some users and has now been addressed for nearly all users. If you have an exceptionally long name for your PC, you might still run full of the long file name problem, but we hope that this won't affect many users after this build iteration. Now, there is quite a long changelog that is published on the PMDG forums. I can very much recommend you to have a look at it if you're interested through the link that you can find included in the video description below. Also included are a couple of changes to the sounds, which I hope you are going to appreciate as well, but of course the caveat does apply that the sounds are still somewhat of a work in progress. Now, going on for those of you who are on Xbox then. Quote, "We are in the process of pushing the 777 into the intake process for Marketplace. It is a dual release for both PC and Xbox users. We anticipate that it may take 2 to 4 weeks before the airplane is available, but obviously if it happens more quickly, we will be happy to see all of our Marketplace customers joining the fleet. We will keep you advised as to what we know whenever we know it." Quote end. So next up, let's talk about the update for the PMDG Boeing 737 that has also been published a day before I published this video, and that update includes mostly stability issues and fixes for a lot of the freezes that have meanwhile been identified in the code that is common between the 777 and the 737, and brings all of those fixes to the 737 platform. Now, on top of that, there are also a couple of changes to the systems done in the background. However, this is not the large update that is going to include all the new nav data and stuff. So if you're an Xbox user wondering when you can expect the updatable nav database, well, not quite yet. And here's just my personal expectation here. Since the new nav data system has not been converted back to the 737 yet, they probably have to wait until that is done before they can make the IRAC updatable as well. But that is just my personal speculation over here. Now, if you wander around your 737, you will find a couple of changes in the aircraft system as well. For example, if we take a look at this little screenshot over here, you can see that some items have been added to the simulations page here, like the track oil, hydraulic and fuel usage, and a couple of other items as well. So overall, the 737 is getting quite a couple more updates, and the first batch has been updated through the PMDG Operations Center for those of you who purchase directly with PMDG, and they have also been submitted to the marketplace intake process, but as always that is going to take a little bit of time there. So Robert anticipates that it will take approximately 2 weeks for them to work their way through the marketplace digestive system. Now, as mentioned in last week's update, and I quote, we did a bit of texture cleanup in the cockpit of the DC-6 as well to enhance the readability of fine details on the panel and gauges throughout the cockpit. This update was made available yesterday via the Operations Center and has also been pushed to Marketplace for their intake process. Expected to roll out live in approximately 2 weeks, quote end. So going on from there, that's the 3 software updates that we've seen in this time, but that is not all there is to it. There is also some new bits and pieces of information on the 777 freighter, and I quote, the 777S is currently the development focus for the team, and we are in the process of setting its go-to beta date. We will let you know when it actually enters beta testing, and we anticipate that it will be a pretty quick test process. We are also evaluating whether we will push the 200LR or 777-200ER after the freighter. We'll let you know once a decision has been rendered, quote end. So the 777F is soon going into testing as well. Now, since a couple of you will ask, no, there is no information that is prepared to be shared regarding the 737 MAX yet. You will learn about it when it comes. Now, finally, there is also some update on the PMDG Boeing 747 for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Quote, development on the 747 product line started back in January and is progressing apace. I mention this specifically because the 747 happens to be our traditional flagship, so we have some unexpected and very exciting things planned for this product line. Stay tuned here for some progressive updates on this project as we go forward. Matthias and I are having a cultural clash internally as we try to balance his desire to share what we are doing as we do it against my, that's Robert Randazzo's, compulsive need to stay quiet and get the work done, then show it. We shall see who wins. Quote end. Alright, and that is this week's update. So if you have the 777 already, then go to the Operations Center, download the latest update, and from here on you can update your IRAC right through the Universal Flight Tablet, as I have just shown to you a little bit earlier and can surely show for you over here again. So you can now update the nav data in here as well. And the best thing of all, you can do this on the fly. So I'm sure especially those of you who are using PMDG products for a longer time will be well familiar with that. You get to the aircraft, you start logging everything up, you go into the FMC, nav data out of date. You no longer need to restart your sim for that. You can now simply update it right from the Universal Flight Tablet. In my opinion, really cool thing that this has finally made it to the product, and I'm sure that many of you users will be very happy with this as well. Now, finally, all I can say is enjoy your virtual 777 flights. Personally, I'm gonna head out to the Maldives now with a brand new scenery from FSDG that has just been released, so you can very much look forward to see me flying the 777 over there over hopefully the next couple of days. In the meantime, thank you very much for watching. I do hope that you enjoyed this one. As always, if you're up for more, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Now go ahead, download your PMDG product updates and enjoy flying the updated aircraft over the weekend. Thank you very much for watching, like, comment and subscribe, and I see you all again very soon.